Here we go, y'all. Second recording. And my forehead is not cut off and it is not dark because I put a ring light. Little by little, I'm learning. Anyway, welcome to Monday Musings with Kissa, where I share what the heck happened last week, what's going on this week, and a story time, not in that particular order. This is the video companion to my Substack newsletter that I send out every Thursday. So if you're not already subscribed, there's a button here where you can do so, and content as of this recording is currently free. All right, y'all, let's talk about last week. I'm still easing back into reality at this point, but honestly, I've just been working on doing a little bit every day, kind of that 1% mentality from Atomic Habits, just one foot in front of the other, making a small, tiny step toward my goals. And it's been working for me. I had a few wins from last week. On the personal side, my goal was to organize my vanity area in the master bedroom, and I would say that I am making some great progress. I threw out more expired products because your girl needs to be doing that. I also was able to get some makeup brushes and products that are not expired that I can give to my local Buy Nothing group, and was able to share the abundance with someone else. And then also I was able to kind of pick and choose the things that I'm going to leave on the tabletop of my vanity, and then the things that can be tucked away in the cubbies for storage that I have under there. On the business side, my goal is to file away 2025 paperwork and everything and archive it away by the end of Q1. So I have made some more progress on that. I have opened all of my mail and all of the envelopes that were not opened yet, and I've organized my stacks of paper by year. So I have my 2025 remaining paperwork that needs to be put away and filed away, but I already have 2026 papers that are stacking up. So I really need to get into filing in this upcoming week to make sure that we are making a little bit of progress every day. And then another win that happened last week was I started vlogging. So if you don't know, this video podcast used to be an audio podcast. Then the new year came and I decided, you know what? I want to up it and take it up a notch a little bit. And I'm going to do video podcasts instead for my Monday musings. I feel like talking like this and you seeing my face and being able to connect in a different way was really important for me in the upcoming year. But one thing I also want to do is I want to start vlogging again. And the main reason is because I really believe that part of the thing that's missing when it comes to the productivity space and content is the actual application of productivity. So you see a lot of people doing plan with me's, and that's great. I think that's very important because I use those plan with me's for inspiration points and kind of an evaluation of what other people are doing that might be really useful for me and my productivity system. But I also want to see how it gets put to work. And so that is my approach and why I want to start vlogging again, because I want to show how productivity really does affect my week and my life in a better way. So make sure you stay tuned for that. That's going to be coming sometime in February, and I can't wait to share all the new things that are coming up. Bear with me a little bit. I'm trying to do my best, but I have so many great things planned and I want to bring them to you as soon as possible. But like I said, 1%, one little step at a time. So we'll do what we can when we can. Now this week, what's on the calendar? So this week is actually a long weekend week. It's Martin Luther King Day. And so I am taking a day off. Charlie is taking a day off today since the kids are out of school. We're going to go to the park for a play date. And then after that, we're going to maybe get some lunch, spend some time together, and start our day, our week on Tuesday. So it's going to be a short week for us. That means we're going to be cramming a lot of things into a short amount of time, but that's okay. And then on top of that, we have a really packed weekend. So Charlie registered for an event at our church, a men's event. So he's going to be attending that on top of having his pop-up on Saturdays. Swim has started back up for the kids, so I'm going to take the kids to swim on Saturday, and then in the afternoon, evening, we're going to go to my mother-in-law's because it's her birthday and we want to celebrate with her and spend some time with family. So Saturday is going to be a packed day, and then on Sunday we have church as usual, and then a birthday party that we're going to be attending on Sunday as well, and then try to wind down as best we can from a crazy busy week before we have to go into the following week. So for the story time this time, I want to talk about my word for 2026. And it's a big one, guys. I'm not going to lie. And I want to preface the story time with a question for you because it's a question that I felt needed to be answered on my end as well. And the question is, if you could dream big, like the biggest you've ever dreamt, what would you put down? And based on what you put down, is it something that when you read back, you wouldn't even believe that it could come true because the dream was so big that it felt completely unattainable? I think that was the biggest takeaway for me in 2025 is something that I've realized about myself is that I always just work within my means, what I have, the history of what I've had, and I work in that tiny little gap. And it's just something that I do because I have a logical brain. As much as I want to believe for things and I want to believe for something greater, I only really, if I'm going to be honest with you, dream for something just a little more than what I already have. Do I dream so big that I believe for myself that the unattainable is attainable? No. And so this year, my word for 2026 is unfathomable. I want to believe that the crazy ideas that I have in my head can come true. And it's not just a pipe dream. It's something that can actually happen. And that's just such a hard thing for me to process. I mean, I think for anyone with a logical brain, to think that the unfathomable could actually happen to you is kind of scary because it could happen two ways, right? It could be completely devastating, but it also could be more than you can ever dream of. When 2025 happened here in Southern California, and I was walking into 2025 thinking that it was going to be the most amazing year yet. And here in Southern California, we were hit with the fires last year, and it completely devastated me. I was just so sad for my community, for my family. I was so worried about what would happen to our beautiful place that we live in. When I sat there and I just cried and was so saddened, I did something that I didn't think that I would do. And I took that energy and I acted on it. I asked myself, what can I do? What is important in this moment? And in that moment, it wasn't the stuff. It wasn't even our home. It was my family, the people that exist in my sphere, my family, my friends, and my community. So I got up, I started picking up things in our kitchen, like canned goods that we could give. I got blankets, I packed those up. I did whatever I could within my means to be able to serve my community and my people. And that's when it hit me. This is what I live for. I live for the people around me and my community. I want to be part of something bigger and greater than myself. And I have to believe that I can be part of that. So 2026, unfathomable. Let's see what happens. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I know there's so many people you could watch or listen to, and I'm grateful that you chose me today. For the full Monday Musings experience, please subscribe to my Substack at justkissa.substack.com. There will be a link somewhere here where you can do so. And until next time, know that you are a blessing, and I'm so glad you're here. Bye, friends.